Hello. So I titled this exactly what I feel. I'm just very simply tired of the devil coming for me, honestly. The devil does not give up when it comes to me. He doesn't give up. I mean, a lot of us are in the same boat. I'm not exempting anyone from that. We're gonna give up. The devil is never gonna give up trying to tear you down or build some type of opposition against you. He's always gonna use someone or something. And the revelation that I got this morning was we spend a lot of our energy like waiting and praying for things to change, for going down the whole list of, this gum is way too juicy, going down the whole list of problems and people and situations, right? We do have to identify the problem in order to take it to God and petition. But it's like we spend a lot of our energy praying things away. When it's like, you know what? We spend a lot of our energy doing that. And it's like you finally come to the conclusion that the devil is never going to stop. Like, he's just not. He is not ever gonna completely go away. And this is the thing. We have to take periods of rest. That's just it. All we can do is simply allow our hearts and minds to rest, knowing that when you wake up in the morning and your foot hits the floor, you know, the devil is gonna come after you. You get what I'm saying? The devil is going to try to continue coming after you until your dying day. Even when you're on your deathbed, you will be at some type of war in your mind. Like, no matter how at peace you are, no matter how much you've accomplished, no matter how much money you have, it just doesn't matter until that waking moment or that moment of your last breath. The enemy is always gonna get in here or try. And so what we need to make known to ourselves is that, for one, you are in a battle. You are in a war. And guess what? Number two, it's never gonna stop. And so, like they say, new level, new devil. Okay? That is said for a reason. Everybody thinks, oh, well, you know, when I just get to this next level, everything's just going to be so much better. And I can say from almost, 40 years on this earth of living. Because if, say, you live to 40, right? Say your life expectancy is 80. Almost half of my life is over already, right? And living half of a life on this earth, I can officially give the guidance to younger people that don't be in a rush. You get what I'm saying? Don't be in a rush to think that once you get to the next level, that the devil's just going to go away. Because it's not gonna happen. And that's what I've learned, is that each new level, the devil is still gonna be there. You get what I mean? Like, you're never gonna, while you're living and breathing on this earth, you're never gonna completely escape the devil. Like, you're just not. Like, and you could be the most holy person alive. And I think we can all agree that we can't be in denial of that at some point, to where we have to finally realize that in myself, I get angry, and taking ownership for my anger and realizing, you know what? I do get angry. I do get frustrated. I do feel a lot of different human emotions, okay? I express myself in a humanly manner, okay? But that is why we need to treat each other better, because we're all only human. Like, I'm not a robot. You get what I mean? If you say something to me or respond towards me a certain way, I'm going to react in a humanly manner, because I'm a human being. And sometimes I think, and it's my opinion, but I feel like people get caught in fantasy and they forget about reality, which is people are on their laptops and their tablets and they're watching movies, and they're taken away into a fantasy sometimes, to where it is good to escape. Don't get me wrong. It's good to escape from reality. But people still need to be able to distinguish the difference between fantasy and reality. Because when we get so caught up in the clouds of technology sometimes, we think people are going to be like a robot. Like, people are not technology. That's why when people get on the road, everybody is used to everything going like this so fast, because technology is just a push of a button and everything just moves quickly. And then when everybody gets out on the road, they just think, oh, well, everybody's just supposed to zoom around and everything's just supposed to go fast. And then when we're reaching breaking points of, I'm just saying, being real, guns being shot, car accidents, people being hit, people getting run over, people losing their temper, it's because, like, we're forgetting about our humanistic side. And the fact that, yes, we have human emotions. On top of that, we are all dealing with the devil every single day, okay? We have to acknowledge that simple fact. That is a simple fact. That is a basic reality that I feel like we gotten away from. Some people, not all, but some people have. And so I'm here today to talk about just real human emotions. That we are humanistic. We have a human heart. We're dealing with human people. I'm a human person. You get what I mean? I'm not technology. I'm not a computer. Like, I tell my daughter that all the time, because, like, she'll rush me, and she'll rush me, and because she's used to her tablet going fast, or her phone, and she'll ask me for something, and she'll say, "Get it, Mom, get it." And I'm like, I am not a computer. I'm not a robot. You know what I'm saying? It takes me a minute, like 2 minutes, to go to the kitchen, get you something to drink, and bring it back. It's not a flick of a button. You get what I mean? And so there's a sense of impatience. You get what I mean? And so we have to remember, God is bringing us back to, at some point, a place of understanding that we are dealing with real life people here. Like, real minds, real hearts, people that are actually dealing with real life. You get what I mean? Like, we're not all living in a fantasy. We're all dealing with very hard, troubling things in life. We're all dealing with difficulties on some level. We're all dealing with something, and it's not perfect. And so when we expect people to not react in a humanistic way, when we're being poked and pushed and prodded with, words and actions, it's like, what do you expect? You get what I'm saying? Like, what do people expect when you push a person to the edge? How do you expect them not to act or react? If something hurts, someone is going to say, ouch, that hurt. Ouch, 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 ouch. Hello? You get what I'm saying? Is that common sense that we've forgotten about? Because we're so like delved into technology and everything moving around. It's like we've forgotten that. But anyway, I'm saying that the devil is going to keep, it's never going to stop. So for us to expect that is not reality. It's really not reality. That the devil, even if there's, a little bit of darkness in the earth, there's always going to be some kind of darkness on the earth. It's never going to completely go away. So for us to keep like spending so much energy and thinking that, at some point on the next level, things are going to be perfect, and they're not. Things are never going to be perfect on this earth completely. Yes, God's presence is here, but the devil's presence is always going to be looming around somewhere. The devil's never just going to be vanished, because I thought that for a long time too. I'm like, at some point the devil's just going to be gone. And that's not true. It's like, without darkness, there is no light. You can't see the light without the darkness. You can't tell the difference. You can't distinguish the two. You get what I mean? You can't find light or figure out what that is without the darkness. And so, new level, new devil. Like, we can't expect it to go away, because it's not going to go away. All we could do is rest in knowing the fact that we're going to conquer regardless. But I'm saying all this to say, at times we have to let ourselves rest, because we have human emotions and we get tired. You get what I'm saying? We get tired, and then there's a lot of more emotions that spill out and spill over. And we're all going through stuff. And when sometimes people forget that there's human emotions involved, they push. And when you push, sometimes a person's already standing at the edge of a cliff. And sometimes you just tap on that person and they go off. We're all ticking time bombs at the end of the day. Some are just on other levels than others. That's all. But we're all a ticking time bomb. And if we would treat each other that way, that's reality. That's all I'm saying. I needed to let that be known. Have a good day, guys. Oh, I gotta get out.